guys. So, today I'm going to share a bit about a paper I read called Rapid Changes in the Gut Microbiome During Human Evolution, and it is by Muller et al. So, essentially, the study looked at how our gut microbiomes have changed over time. And in order to figure this out, the researchers did some comparisons between the gut bacteria from hundreds of wild chimpanzees, bonobos, and gorillas in Africa to human gut bacteria from people throughout different parts of the world, such as the United States, Malawi, and Venezuela. One of the big takeaways is that while the microbiomes of apes changed slowly and steadily over millions of years, human microbiomes have shifted super fast, especially after the humans split off from chimpanzees. Not only that, but humans have actually lost a lot of microbial diversity compared to our ape relatives. Our gut bacteria also shifted towards types that are more specialized for a more omnivorous and animal-based protein diet. That's a huge evolutionary change and shows how things like diet and lifestyle shaped our bodies in ways that we're still trying to understand today. One result that really stood out to me is that humans, even people that are living in traditional, non industrialized societies, still have fewer types of gut bacteria than the wild apes. For people that are living in the United States, the loss is even greater. Those that were tested from the US were missing about 30 genera of bacteria compared to the apes. And I thought this was super surprising. We can see that by looking at figure 3. We've just got a basic histogram here where we see the bacterial genera per individual, and then we have each of our testing groups. So we have wild apes, people from Venezuela, Malawi, and the United States. And you can see that there is a significant difference not only between the humans and the apes, but the United States has very little diversity compared to the apes and also compared to the other human test subjects. Something that I found a little bit confusing is that despite the very different environments that the apes are living in, their microbiomes still evolved steadily at a clock rate, and you can see that here in figure 2A. Meanwhile, the human gut microbiome changed way faster. It made me wonder exactly what triggered that faster change. I thought of, could it have been diet? Was it other things like our ability to cook or use farming, or then later using antibiotics? The paper hints at lifestyle and culture being super important in this association, but there's a lot more to dig into and a lot more research to be done in order to really understand what's going on there. This topic connects a lot with what we've talked about in class regarding coevolution, environmental impacts, and human health. It shows that human evolution is a lot more than just our genes and what our bones look like. It's also about the microbes that live within us. Plus, the paper mentions that losing gut microbiome diversity could be linked to other major health problems like digestive disorders, obesity, and autoimmune diseases. And I thought that that was super interesting because I'm curious if we can use this research to better understand what is causing these rare health concerns, and can having more information help us to restore or just give ourselves a healthier gut for the future to avoid these health issues being passed on throughout generations. So overall, it's not just an interesting historical fact, but it also could have major implications for our health and medicine today and in the future as well. I also think it would be really cool to dig a little bit further as far as the gut microbiome um, between different people throughout different parts of the world. I thought it would be really cool to understand whether people of different cultures have significantly different gut microbiome based on the things that they eat. I like to think about those that eat a lot of raw fish compared to those that eat raw beef, and comparing those to people that eat strictly cooked meat. I would be really interested to compare those statistics to gut health as well as autoimmune diseases. But even further, I think it would be really cool to compare all of these things and see how that relates to mental health, because I've read in the past that gut health and mental health kind of go hand in hand. So I would be really interested to see if our gut microbiome actually plays a part in different parts of the world and their development of mental health disorders, and see if there's something that we could do to help prevent this from, going any further. So overall, I thought this was a super cool paper because it ties together evolution, ecology, human health, and medicine, and even a little bit of anthropology. So I thought this was great, and I thought you guys might like it too. Thank you for listening.